Hey there, welcome back to Can You Freeze This? The calm corner where we learn how to freeze your favorite foods the right way. Today, we're starting with something simple but super useful. Bananas. You've probably had this moment before. A bunch of bananas on the counter, turning brown faster than you can eat them. So the question is, can you freeze bananas and keep them delicious? The short answer is yes, absolutely. But there's a right way to do it if you want them to taste just as sweet and creamy later. In this guide, I'll show you step by step how to freeze bananas properly, how long they last, and how to use them in smoothies, baking, or snacks. So, take a deep breath, grab a coffee, and let's begin. Yes, you can absolutely freeze bananas. It's one of the easiest fruits to store in your freezer, and it keeps surprisingly well if you do it the right way. When you freeze bananas properly, you can keep them for months without losing their sweetness or texture. The best part? You can freeze them in many ways: whole, sliced, or even mashed. If you love smoothies, sliced frozen bananas are perfect. If you bake, mashed bananas will save you time later. And if you just want to keep them for snacks, freezing them whole is quick and simple. No matter which way you choose, there's one golden rule: always prepare them before freezing. Don't worry, we'll go through that step by step next, so your bananas stay fresh, creamy, and ready whenever you need them. So, why freeze bananas in the first place? Because it's one of the easiest ways to save food, reduce waste, and always have something sweet and healthy ready in your kitchen. Instead of throwing them away when they turn brown, freezing gives them a second life, delicious and useful. Freezing bananas also helps you waste less and save more. A single bunch can last months instead of days. It's budget-friendly too. You can buy bananas in bulk when they're cheap and store them for later. Frozen bananas are amazing for smoothies. They add natural sweetness, a creamy texture, and that cold, refreshing taste without needing ice cubes. Just grab a few slices straight from the freezer and blend them with milk or other fruits. If you love baking, frozen bananas are your secret ingredient. Once thawed, they become soft and sweet, perfect for banana bread, muffins, or pancakes, saving time and giving your recipes a richer banana flavor. And finally, frozen bananas make quick snacks. Dip them in chocolate, mix them into yogurt, or just enjoy them frozen on a hot day. They're healthy, simple, and always ready when you need a sweet bite. So whether it's for saving money, reducing waste, or making your meals easier, freezing bananas just makes sense. Now, let's see exactly how to prepare them before freezing, step by step. Before you freeze bananas, there are a few simple steps that make a big difference. Start by choosing ripe bananas, the ones with a few brown spots on their skin. They're sweeter, softer, and perfect for freezing. Avoid bananas that are still green. They won't have the same flavor once thawed. Next, peel the bananas completely. Never freeze them with the peel on. It becomes hard, dark, and difficult to remove later. Once peeled, you have two main choices. You can freeze them whole or cut them into slices. Whole bananas are quick and easy, but sliced ones are more practical for smoothies and baking. If you decide to slice them, make sure to cut even pieces, around 1 centimeter thick. This helps them freeze evenly and makes blending smoother later. After slicing, place them on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. This small trick prevents the banana pieces from sticking together. It's called flash freezing. Leave them in the freezer for 2 to 3 hours, just until they're firm. Finally, transfer your frozen bananas into labeled freezer bags or airtight containers. Press out as much air as possible to avoid ice crystals. Write the date on the label. Bananas stay fresh for up to 6 months. With these simple steps, you'll have perfectly frozen bananas that taste sweet, smooth, and ready for any recipe. In the next section, we'll look at the exact freezing process step by step, and I'll show you how to do it right. Once your bananas are sliced and ready, it's time to freeze them properly. Spread the slices evenly on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Make sure they don't touch each other. This simple step will prevent them from sticking together later. Next, place the baking sheet carefully inside your freezer. Let the banana slices freeze for about 2 to 3 hours, or until they're completely firm. This quick freezing process, called flash freezing, helps preserve their shape and creamy texture. After a few hours, check your banana slices. They should feel solid and easy to lift from the paper. When you tap them gently, they should sound firm. That means they're perfectly frozen and ready for storage. Once they're frozen, transfer the slices into freezer bags or airtight containers. Try to press out as much air as possible before sealing to prevent ice crystals. Don't forget to label the bags with the date and what's inside. It's a small detail, but it keeps your freezer organized. Finally, place your labeled bags neatly in the freezer. Keep them flat to save space and make them easier to stack. Organized storage helps you grab only what you need later, whether it's for smoothies, baking, or quick snacks. And that's it. Your bananas are officially frozen the right way. In the next section, we'll look at how to keep them fresh for months and store them without losing flavor. Frozen bananas can last up to 6 months when stored properly. After that, they're still safe to eat, but they might start losing a bit of flavor and texture. The secret to long-lasting quality is to use airtight containers or freezer bags, because air exposure is what causes freezer burn. Always try to remove as much air as possible before sealing your bags. You can press them gently with your hands or use a straw to suck the air out. This small step helps your bananas stay fresh, prevents frost from forming, and even saves freezer space. One common mistake people make is freezing bananas that are already too soft or bruised. They tend to turn watery after thawing. Another mistake is stacking bags before the bananas are fully frozen. Always freeze them flat first, then stack them once they're solid. Keeping your freezer organized also helps. Try to store your banana bags flat and dedicate one drawer just for fruits. Label each bag clearly with the name and date. It makes it so much easier to find what you need later and keeps your freezer neat and efficient. For the best taste and texture, use your frozen bananas within 3 to 4 months. That's when they're at their peak quality. If you plan to keep them longer, just double bag them for extra protection against freezer burn. It's a simple but effective trick. Now that you know how to store your bananas like a pro, let's move to the next part: how to thaw and use them in your favorite recipes. From smoothies to banana bread, I'll show you the best ways to bring them back to life. When it's time to use your frozen bananas, thawing them is simple. For smoothies, you don't even need to thaw them. Just blend them straight from the freezer. For baking, like banana bread or muffins, let them thaw for about 30 minutes at room temperature or 4 to 6 hours in the fridge. Once thawed, they'll be soft, sweet, and easy to mash. If there's a little bit of liquid after thawing, don't worry. It's natural and adds moisture to your recipes. You can use thawed or frozen bananas in so many ways. Add them to smoothies for a creamy texture, mash them for pancakes or banana bread, or dip frozen chunks in chocolate for a sweet, healthy snack. You can even mix frozen slices with a splash of milk to make a quick homemade banana ice cream, smooth, rich, and completely natural. The possibilities are endless, and every bite tastes just as fresh as the day you froze them. And that's it. Now you know exactly how to freeze bananas the right way. From choosing the ripest ones to slicing, freezing, and storing them perfectly. Every small step makes a big difference. With these simple habits, you can save money, reduce waste, and always have something sweet ready for smoothies, baking, or snacks. Remember, freezing food isn't just practical. It's a way to care for what you have and make it last. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves food and smart kitchen tips. You can also explore our other freezing guides, from strawberries to soups, right here on the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Can You Freeze This?